Well, after almost 12 years in Parliament, Keith Pitt has called time on his career, joining a growing list of coalition MPs who won't seek re-election this year. He's taken a swipe at his party and its leader, David Littleproud, blasting the decision to commit to net zero. He joins me now to talk more about this. Nationals MP from Queensland, Keith Pitt, joins us from Bundaberg. Keith, don't go. What are you doing?
Well, Chris, firstly, I've got to agree with your editorial 100%, and there's few things in life you can guarantee, but I'll guarantee you this. You can close every coal-fired power station in Australia, it'll have zero impact on the risk of fires in California. Absolutely none.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt.
There's been some very generous comments. Some not so generous, but it's my time.
Well, the bottom line is you've disagreed with policy. You ended up getting dumped from the front bench and you've disagreed with your own party's leadership. Net zero, I think most of us, especially an engineer like yourself, you understand that net zero is practically impossible. So any party signing up to net zero is actually signing up to something that they can't, on current technology, deliver. Is that what riles you?
Chris, I'm one of those rare people, I think, who just want to have policy that works. If I don't think it'll work, well, then I say so. And unfortunately in Canberra, there's far too much backslapping and telling people how great they are. And if they do a good job, I'll tell them. If they do a bad job, I'll say that too. But I represent people who simply can't afford these changes in policy. They literally cannot pay for them. And it is regional people who have to pay in the majority. It's an incredible impact. Cost of living's through the roof. It's a 70 to 80% issue. I've never seen anything like this, and it's got a big impact. So no matter which side of politics you're on, I want things that are good for the country and good for the people that live here, and I always put the national interest first above my own.
Now, the Nationals always held out on the climate goals stronger than other parties, but you had first, I think, Barnaby Joyce when he was Deputy Prime Minister, and now David Littleproud both sign up to net zero. Do you think they'll come to regret that?
I just think down the track, people will wake up to what is reality. There are extraordinary expensive proposals. I mean, over $1 trillion in expenditure, and it doesn't build a single hospital, school or road. It makes our energy networks less reliable, far less affordable, and it'll damage Australia's industrial base like you wouldn't believe. So I think there's significant challenges across the board. I just want policies that work, and they're out there. If this is what you want, then build nuclear power stations all over the place. But don't keep subsidising things that can only survive with subsidies. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, tell us about the leadership of the National Party then. There's a lot of people suggesting Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price is the leading light of your party. It would be a hell of a dream ticket for the coalition, wouldn't it, to have Peter Dutton running to be Prime Minister and Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price running to be Deputy Prime Minister. Is David Littleproud under any threat? Chris, that's entirely up to the room, and in a very short period of time, I won't be there and won't have a vote.
Yeah, which is why you can share your thoughts now.
I've never contested the lead. I'll make one point. I've never contested the leader's position.
Sure, but I'm interested in whether you see. I'm interested in whether you think David Littleproud will stick around as leader, or is Senator Nampijinpa-Price looming over his shoulder? Well, in this game, as you know, no matter which party you're in or where, it's perform or die. And there's an election coming. We'll see how everyone performs, and then it'll be up to whoever's in the room to make their judgment. That's just how these things work. But, Chris, the Nationals have existed with purpose. That purpose is to represent regional Australia, and I just think they need to be surrounding themselves with the basic policies that matter for the people that live in the regions. And right now, it is all about cost of living, guaranteeing security of jobs, ensuring there's opportunities into the future. And without the regions, where's our economy? Right? It's such a big part now, particularly with resources, mining and agriculture. They've all got growth. And I want to see more manufacturing here because I want a nation to be strong. If our country is not strong as we move forward, it's a problem. Good to talk to you, Keith. You've been an honest and vigorous advocate for all those issues, and we'll keep in touch. Keith Pitt there, who'll be leaving Parliament at the federal election, the Queensland LNP member.